Hello everyone, welcome to another video of Korg Arranger Tips. This is about creating split points for the keyboard upper tracks. We have a split point on the keyboard which separates the left and right tracks. But we can create more split points by splitting the three keyboard upper tracks to different key ranges on the keyboard. This is useful when the song needs quick sound changes. If the keyboard right tracks are split across different ranges, we can access them easily without pressing a button for sound selection. There are different methods to do this. In this video, I will show you two easy methods for this. I will play a song which has quick sound changes. I will be playing 5 different sounds, but I have to press a button to change the sound only once. This is a song. These sounds are split with different split points and velocity ranges here. I'll show you what exactly I have done on these sounds later in this video. Let us now check the two different methods for the keyboard split. Now I have 3 different sounds assigned to the upper tracks here. When we play something on the keyboard now, all 3 sounds are playing together. This is a left track. So we have 4 different sounds on the keyboard, but only one split point which separates the left and right tracks. Now we are going to split the 3 right tracks again into different areas on the keyboard. To do that, press the menu button, then select the section called Keyboard Ensemble. Then go to the Range Velocity tab. This section is used to set the split points for each track. Here we can set the bottom and upper key ranges for the tracks. The sound for the tracks will play only when you play the keys within this range. If the key pressed is outside the range, there will be no sound for that track. I am muting these 2 tracks. Let us set the range for the upper one track first. I am setting the top key for this as C#5. The number 5 points to the octave. For this setting, on a 61 key keyboard, the first octave is number 2, second is 3 and so on. Now after C# in this octave, there will be no sound. Now the upper 2 track. I need this track to play exactly after the first track split point. So we need to set the bottom key as D5. That is the next key after the upper limit of track 1. Unmuting it. Now that sound plays in this octave, but the lower octave has a saxophone sound. I am setting the upper limit for this track as C#6. So it will not play the notes after that. Now the upper 3 track. Setting the bottom key as D6 because the upper 2 tracks top limit was C#6. Unmuting it. I am not changing the top key here. Now we have 4 different sounds ready on the keyboard without changing the sound. The tracks in the higher octaves are sounding too high. We can lower the octave for those. Press menu and select mixer tuning. Now come to the tuning tab. Change the octave to -1. The last track's volume is low. We can increase it from the volume pan tab. The split points are created. We have 4 different sounds now. After the settings are complete, we need to save this to the keyboard set or performance. Let us check the next method now. This is using velocity ranges. Velocity is the amount of pressure applied to the keys while playing. It is measured in a value range of 0 to 127. We will assign different velocity ranges for the tracks. And the tracks will play only if the velocity applied falls within the range specified for them. We have another set of sounds here now. Let us go to the range velocity tab in the keyboard ensemble page. Here, instead of setting the top and bottom key for the tracks, we will set the top and bottom velocity values now. For this track, I am setting the top velocity as 70. Now here the bottom is 71. Top is 105. This track has a bottom velocity as 106. Now the 3 tracks are split into different velocity ranges. When you press a key, based on the velocity value, one of the tracks will be played. Now if I press with the lower velocity, the vibraphone will be played. When I apply a little more pressure on the keys, the guitar sound will play. With the full pressure, santoor will be played. Let me increase the volume for the vibraphone. Since it is playing at a lower velocity, it needs some more volume. Going to the mixer tuning and volume pan tab. The velocity is detected for each key. So depending on the velocity detected on the key, the sound may change. This needs more practice to have a control on the velocity levels. Playing with 3 velocity ranges will not be so easy. But the good thing is you can mix the velocity ranges and the key ranges. I'll show you how I have configured the sounds of the song I played initially. This is the first sound. This is a guitar sound. This is a brass sound. This is set to play in the lower octaves always. Let us check the settings now. Going to the range velocity page, the track 1 and 3 have the same key range. These will play only in the higher octave. The brass sound will play for the lower octaves. The guitar sound has a different velocity range here. So even if the split point is same as track 1, it will play only if the velocity is higher. For lower velocity, track 1 will be played. Now the next sound. This has 2 string sounds and a vocal sound. Let us check the settings. Here the key ranges are the same for all the tracks. But for track 2, the velocity range is different. So if the velocity is 100 or more, all the tracks will be played. If it is less than 100, only track 1 and 3 will be played. I have combined the two methods here. You can set it based on your need. I will play that song again now. Here I had to press a button only once, but I have 5 sounds available on the keyboard. I didn't have to select a new sound each time for changing it. These are the 2 easy methods for splitting the tracks. You can try different combinations of key and velocity ranges for it. If you need more split points or more options to split sounds, you can do it from the sound edit mode by using oscillators. There you can set the oscillator trigger to an assignable button or a new key or velocity range. I will cover those in another video. So that's it about the split points. See you in the next video. Thank you.